Club. I'm your host, Brenda, and today we're going to be learning about what happened to dinosaurs. What are they? Where did they go? Why don't we see them anymore today? For this experiment, you're going to need 2 jars, some sand, rocks, some grass, leaves, other building material. They can be toys or stuff you find in your yard or garden somewhere. Maybe some little things like little flower buds. You're also going to need some dinosaur figures and some bird figures. In this activity, we're going to be learning the similarities and differences between dinosaurs and birds. We're going to be comparing the nests of a dinosaur with the nests of the bird and learning a little bit about how they're alike and how they're different. All right, let's get started. Here we are up close, and we're going to make a model of a modern ground bird nest and a ancient prehistoric dinosaur nest. And we're going to see how they're similar and how they're different. In each one, you're going to need a base of sand. During the Jurassic period, scientists estimate that it was a warm, hot, dry climate, much like a desert. So most of the Jurassic dinosaurs were desert-like animals. So we're gonna put in some rocks into our model here. Even though the Jurassic period was pretty hot and dry, there was still some vegetation. So this is gonna be our Triassic vegetation, and this will represent our modern vegetation because the modern world has a bit more vegetation than the Triassic period. We're gonna make our eggs. Dinosaur eggs were a lot more like modern reptile eggs. They were soft and leathery on the outside, and they would have been larger, but they would not have been larger than the dinosaurs in the Jurassic period because the Jurassic period was when the dinosaurs were the largest. In the Triassic period, dinosaurs were more similar to like the size of big animals today, and they weren't ginormous like in the Jurassic period. So over here we have our dinosaur eggs. Since I have a kiwi bird model, that's gonna be what the nest I build. Most kiwis build nests in denser vegetative areas, which isn't quite the same as the Jurassic period, but those are the models we have with. I also only have a dinosaur model from the Jurassic period, so we've got some inconsistencies here, but that's okay. This is just a representation of the similarities between the nests. So here is our modern kiwi nest, and kiwis build nests in kind of vegetative, dense areas. So I'm gonna this will be our little kiwi bird nest right up there. And finally, our kiwi bird is going in to sit on the nest. All right, so here is our kiwi nest model. We got our mama kiwi there. We get the rocks, we get the sand, we get the vegetation. We've got the nest with the little eggs on it, which you can't really see on camera, but they're there. So a lot of dinosaurs either made nests out of mud or grasses, or sometimes they just built a little hollow in the ground. So for this one, I'm gonna use this little Play-Doh to represent maybe the mud nest that a Triassic, Jurassic might have used. And we're gonna put that in our little terrarium here next to the grass. And we're gonna plop in our little dinosaur eggs into the nest. And then here's our mama dino. So here we've got the rocks, the sand, a little bit of vegetation from the Jurassic period, our dinosaur, and then here's our nest with the eggs, kind of similarly to how it would have been in the Jurassic period. So let's look at these side by side. You can see that the modern bird nest over here and the dinosaur nest have a lot of similarities. So it's kind of easy to see when you look at certain things how similar even the most ancient dinosaurs in the Triassic period were to the birds of today. It's pretty fascinating to think about how a creature 250 odd million years ago turning into something like a kiwi bird that we see on the earth today, and to know that they both kind of evolved one from another over millions and millions of years. There's still so many similarities in their nest building and their body structure and how they live their day-to-day lives, including how they look with feathers and skeletal structures and their beaks and faces, and how they raise their young and how they incubate their young and how they live their lives, even though the world was dramatically different 250 million years ago. You can find the 16-page workbook with the lesson plan, worksheets, printables, and video lesson guide and science explanation in the Drawing Science Club. Drawing Science Club members have access to a new lesson pack released each month with 4 unique experiments, all on a similar theme, and access to the entire back library of the Drawing Science Club, which contains hundreds of complete lesson plans and worksheet packs for elementary kids. Can't wait to see you in there.